Emmy Award-winning Full Disclosure went to Las Vegas for the 2008 NATPE trade show held at the luxurious Mandalay Bay. Full Disclosure's booth was among the most popular and well-attended of the exhibitor booths at this year's NATPE convention, the National Association of Television Programming Executives. Coming from humble beginnings, Full Disclosure's reality news programming has, over the past 16 years, gained the respect of public and prominent officials by providing the news behind the news. Instead of talking about the news, Full Disclosure has been talking to the newsmakers, the real people who are directly involved in the real issue. Full Disclosure has consistently circumvented the mainstream media to produce and distribute hundreds of insightful programs on hundreds of controversial topics. Via the Full Disclosure website, these programs are viewed the world over. From local concerns like the world's most expensive high school, LA's Belmont Learning Center, to national issues such as how America investigates the presidency or international conflicts, including the ongoing firestorm surrounding illegal immigration, Full Disclosure is unafraid to tackle the toughest issues. Full Disclosure was a major hit at NATPE and can be a major hit as part of your programming. Here's your chance to learn more and how to make it happen. Full Disclosure, the only reality news program. To find out how you can help us bring the news behind the news to more homes throughout America, please call Leslie Dutton at 310-822-4449 or email her at ldutton@fulldisclosure.net. Do you want to know who we are? Now, Full Disclosure has video blogs online.
Our goal is to represent to the people the truth on issues.
Video blogs where your voice is heard.
There is no other place where people can come and find the information that we have.
Full Disclosure video blogs at www.fulldisclosure.net.
What is Aslan?
A concerned citizen and activist for more than 3 decades, Leslie Dutton works to ensure you have a voice in government. Through Full Disclosure's online video blogs, she's asking the tough questions.
What do you think we should do about this terrible prison overcrowding problem?
And you can participate.
We want to know what you, the viewers, think.
Full Disclosure video blogs, the news behind the news, online at www.fulldisclosure.net. Stand by for a 5-minute presentation of testimonials and excerpts from the best of Full Disclosure. Full Disclosure. In-depth. Focused. The news behind the news.
This is not a show that is based on personalities. It's based on hard news, which there's less and less of. And so people gain insight, understanding of the true issues that impact their lives.
Regular news media doesn't go into in-depth discussions, doesn't get to the real players that are involved in the issues. Many times they have pundits and political people talking about issues that they don't really know about.
One of the great values of Full Disclosure as an independent voice and an independent presentation of a variety of different views gives the public a more balanced and certainly a more objective look at a very controversial topic.
A lot of things are going to be talked about concerning important subjects, whether it's homeland security, whether it's selecting a chief of police, dealing with gangs or drugs, things regarding immigration. A lot of the important subject matter that in a short news interview doesn't get covered.
In a world of sound bites and incomplete reporting, one program has helped inform the community. From immigration to voter fraud, even an in-depth look at the independent counsel. Emmy Award-winning Full Disclosure is the new face of community television.
The Full Disclosure Network is to be complimented on this kind of creative bringing together very different kinds of perspectives and voices.
Well, it was my understanding that Mr. Patchett, as head of the ad hoc Belmont Task Force, did recommend indictment and the grand jury.
Well, no, he didn't.
He did not.
He did not. The grand jury was used to obtain evidence, and he did not come up with any plausible theory of criminal liability that withstood any sort of scrutiny.
I don't know why Mr. Cooley would want to misrepresent the record. The Inspector General's letters I signed, so I have personal knowledge of who we named. They were directed originally to Mr. Garcetti, but when Mr. Garcetti was defeated by Mr. Cooley, all of that information was made available. I was in the room. I saw the boxes. I saw what was available to the district attorney. I saw it on the tables in front of Mr. Cooley. All that information was there. Why he would make those statements, I don't understand.
The illegal aliens that come here to California.
They're undocumented workers. They're not illegal. No human being is illegal.
Illegally.
Right.
The people that come here illegally without permission of the government, do you think they have a right to work here?
They're here because employers want them. They're here because they're the backstretch workers.
I want to know if you think they have a right to.
Irrespective of what my opinion is, the reality is that they're here.
Do you believe that we should follow the rule of law?
Absolutely.
They don't get that in-depth analysis from newspaper or other news outlets. It's the only place where you get a half hour or an hour on segments talking about major issues that impact their life and bring the right people in to talk about it.
What percentage of your budget is going to be addressed to implementing and the reporting procedure and everything for the federal consent decree?
I'd not even be able to guesstimate that the overall cost is, some of the figures I've seen, in the hundreds of millions of dollars over the 5-year portion of it.
We looked at what they were proposing and why, and thought it was just terrible, because it would have the net effect of handcuffing the police officers.
Why do you think they don't like you?
I've let them know for 30 years that I feel that the church has had its hand on our crotch for over 2,000 years, and the government is exceedingly moving in that direction, figuring if they can control our pleasure center, they can control us.
Shows like Full Disclosure are terribly important because they give a viewing public or a reading public two sides of an issue. And I think when issues are debated in an intelligent, forceful way, they really bring to light information that people might not have gotten anyplace else.
Are you not notorious?
Well, I don't decide whether or not I'm notorious. You do.
Okay.
But I've never criticized a state court judge, and I've never been held in contempt of court, and for somebody to say that about me is defamatory.
Would you ever compare yourself with somebody, let's say, like a Johnny Cochran or a William Kunstler?
I despise that motherfucker Cochran. I think he's dishonest intellectually and in every other way, and I'm sorry I even spoke his name.
On the Full Disclosure program, we ask the question, and we probe, and we explore, but we're not trying to convince. We're seeking information.
Full Disclosure, the only local news program with the ability to bring you in-depth analysis of an issue by talking to the newsmakers themselves. Emmy award-winning Full Disclosure, the news behind the news. To find out how you can help us bring the news behind the news to more homes throughout America, please call Leslie Dutton at 310-822-4449 or email her at ldutton@fulldisclosure.net.